Okay, so have I got a review for you? So I'm going to do a review on F1Trade, partly because I just had a flash of inspiration to do it. And I mean, I'm very familiar with this broker because it used to be SureTrader, and now it is F1Trade. And I don't know what happened. Obviously, something happened, But I had funds on SureTrader, and they got transferred over. There wasn't much in there, I'm not going to lie, But I've been using this broker for about 2.5 years, So I'm very acquainted with it. And the biggest issue I've got is trust, But when you learn how a broker works, then you start to understand that basically if you lose your money, they win. They take your money. If you win trading, then they win as well, because they actually buy the underlying stock. So if you've got a CFD, it's a CFD broker, okay? It's in the Bahamas. You have to fund it through, well, you can fund it via your bank, but it takes a while. But you fund it via Bitcoin, basically. So you go to Coinbase, which is a company that is, I think it's based in the UK. When I went to the bank to fund my F1Trade account through Coinbase, the bank clerk said to me, is it a foreign account? I was like, what do you mean foreign, I said, look, if you're not going to do it, just go and get your boss. And then she backed down and she did it. And then she said, oh no, it's in the UK, so I don't know, Coinbase. That's what they use. And then I deposited via Coinbase. So when I deposited to Coinbase, it was in Great British pounds. When I tried to put it into F1Trade, it wouldn't do it because it was pounds. It wanted US dollars, So there's another method you could do. So I just exchanged. Obviously, being a trader, I know how to buy assets, or buy liabilities. It depends how you're trading, But so you buy Bitcoin. So I bought Bitcoin, and then I paid with Bitcoin, and I'm just waiting for it to update. I went on the chat, and they said, this chat is so good. They're there all the time. They really, and if they're not there, they'll email you. They'll look at your query and then email you. They're always very straightforward. So, I mean, the biggest thing about a broker, when you first look at it, you think scam, and then when you look at something like Trading 212 or Plus 500, you think not scam because they're so big and they're so, they're the big ones, these are the scammers. But it's absolutely the other way around, because with F1Trade, I'm going to show you a bit later in this video, the spreads you get are realistic. The spreads you get are the same spreads that the professionals get. They're the same, basically. They're literally the same. Look, this is I've been doing this 3 years, And I was using DeGiro. DeGiro are great as well. They're in Europe as well, but you don't get the buying power with DeGiro. F1Trade give you 6 times buying power, which is, basically if you've got $500 in your account, you'll get the 6 times buying power. If it goes below 500, you'll have to, you won't get the buying power. And if you go down to 100, they'll just take it. If you go below 100, they'll close your account. You'll have to add another $500. So they're the broker requirements. And also you've got you can only use the 6 times buying power up to half an hour before the market closes. After that, you can use 2 times buying power overnight. Personally, I don't hold stocks overnight. I'm day trading here. But what I was explaining about CFDs, okay, so CFD broker. So basically, when you put money in here, they'll start to analyze your results straight away, and they want to find patterns in your trading. So I think they probably do it manually. I think they probably do it by a person, but maybe not. Maybe it's so much easier to do. So what I'm getting at is it's a CFD broker. So CFDs are contracts for difference. They're not real stocks. So when you sign up with DAS Trader, DAS Trader is the app. Okay, so it's like a generic app that's used across a few different brokers. I don't know how many, probably quite a few, but there's a generic app, and it's so cool. Yeah, it's so cool. So it's a generic app. You put your F1Trade credentials in there, your account number, and a few other instructions that you'll get as part, And then you got DAS Trader. I'm going to show you that. It's so good, and the prices are bang like that. So when I look on my screen up somewhere like Finviz, for example, which is you can see the tabs open there, finviz.com. Or any website, the prices you get are 15 seconds slower, basically. So when you use a web browser, you don't get the price, you know, you don't get the prices like that. With the broker, you get the prices like that. You know, with DAS Trader, you get to the millisecond prices, so you can get in and out of trades literally, you know, at light speed. As basically, it's a reflection of the actual market. But so with the DAS Trader, so basically they'll keep analysing your results, and if you're a winning trader, if you can win consistently, they'll start buying the underlying asset instead of trading CFD. So effectively, you won't be trading like a fake stock. You won't be trading, you know, a contract for difference, a stock that the broker's made up, that's internal within their system. You know, if you start winning, they'll start buying the underlying asset. They'll switch your account, and instead of trading CFDs, you'll be trading the actual stocks. So it's quite mad, really, you know, because you know, then they'll start making real money out of you, because obviously if you're trading real stocks, they're just working as a normal broker, as any other broker would, and they're paying the fees to the exchanges. You know, they're paying the fees to the exchange fees, and that's how brokers make money. That's how, you know, obviously reputable. Okay, I'm going to put that in inverted commas, because why is F1Trade not reputable? Okay, so someone like, but trading 212. Okay, trading 212. What I noticed, yeah, I only had to open an account, and I know that both of them are like it. The spreads are massive. The spreads are massive. So I'll go into that in a bit. So anyway, you know, this website's pretty new. You know, they've just transferred over from SureTrade. I saw it as they were doing it. You know, but they've got this down now. You know, it's everything that's necessary is on this website. You know, it's no frills. It's just you know, I mean, look, it's even saying professional liability insurance up to 2 million. I mean, it's really good. You know, they're not messing about. And SureTrader was around for a long time, you know. And one thing that was very poignant to me about SureTrader was I watched this video of this guy, and he was living with his girlfriend. He was traveling around the world, and he was talking about SureTrader and how he used it to make a lot of money that would obviously, you know, augment his travels. And SureTrader went down, you know, this guy, and it is a scammer, you know, and he's been caught, this, that, the other. But all my funds were okay. All the people with SureTrader that had funds in their account kept their funds. Nobody lost their money, you know. So the broker went down, oh no, this, that, the other, but no one lost their money. Everyone could just trade it with F1Trade here. So the only drawback, you know, I mean, okay, if you think about this, okay, I just want to mention this, is that when you extract money from Coinbase, yeah, so when you transfer it from Bitcoin, like, because when you take your money out of F1Trade, it won't be money, it'll be in cryptocurrency. When you go to your cryptocurrency provider, Coinbase, when you go to Coinbase, when you try to take it out, I think they charge you like a lot. I think they charge you like 3%. But if you think about it, if you deposit, say you watched my video, my trading course, okay, that I've got on my channel, and you got good at trading. Over a month period, you traded, you know, with paper money, with not real money, just a bit of paper, but you did it honestly, you know. You did it literally honestly, because you can't backtrack. You can't say, once I get in a trade, if you're paper trading, hypothetical trading, you can't backtrack and say, oh, once I get in a trade, oh no, I'm not going to count that one. You have to count every single trade, otherwise it doesn't count. But you know, once you do that for a month or so, and you've got good trading results, you know, you put well, don't put $500 on, because if you go below the $500, then you won't get your buying power. So put $600 on, you know, and then that'll give you a little bit of leeway. And especially if you use the strategy, the money management strategy based on your stop loss, so that every trade is exactly the same. In my case, I've done a max loss of 3% of my account, so it's a dynamic bankroll management strategy, which is on my course. But you know, if you have $600 in your account and you lose the first 5 trades in a row, you're still not going to go below $500. So, you know, you're very unlikely to lose 5 trades in a row. So basically, that's it. You just build your account from there. And, you know, with the information I've provided on my channel, you know, it could probably almost get you there. So anyway, I want to continue with this F1Trade, yeah. What else can I say about it? I mean, you know, let's have a look. So the chat, they'll chat to you, no problem. They'll solve your problems. They'll teach you. You know, they'll get a lot of dumb questions. You know, but they don't mind answering them because they, you know, they don't mind if you put money on their account and lose it. You know, they don't mind really because they make them. Obviously, it's a CFD broker. At the start, they're not going to be buying the underlying assets. You're going to be trading CFDs for a good while until they can see a discernible pattern. You know, which is gonna, you know, which is gonna switch them to either betting against you, because obviously if you're a consistent loser as well, so if you can show that you lose over and over and over again very consistently, they'll start shorting the stocks that you buy. They'll start betting against you. So not only will they take the money from your account where you're just losing it all the time, but also they'll make money because they'll be they'll be taking the other side of your trade. They'll be buying when you short it, or they'll be shorting it when you buy it. You know, they'll be using your data as a consistent loser. And effectively, if you're a consistent loser, that means you know how the market works. So if you're a consistent loser, it means you've got issues. You know. But anyway, right, I'm going to go on to the next part of this video, so you can read it all on there. Just go to F1Trade, look at the stuff that they're telling you, look at the terms and conditions, and you learn. They'll tell you everything. But I'm just happy they exist because DeGiro, for example, DeGiro has a crappy app. Okay, DeGiro is obviously good. It's in Europe, you know, which is a nice plus, you know, to know that it's in Europe. The fees are basically the same as F1Trade. They're basically the same. I mean, they do it a little bit differently, but you're trading basically. In fact, the more money you got, you'd want to be trading with DeGiro because instead of paying so you pay half a cent per share to get in with F1Trade and half a share to get out, plus the spread obviously. But with DeGiro you pay 0.004 cents per share. So you pay just under half a cent per share to get in, just under half a share per cent to get out, but you pay per lot of shares, so you pay 50 cents per, you know, every time you take a position, and if it fills in different amounts. So if you buy 1,000 shares and it fills in, you know, one lot of 500 and then one lot of 200, another lot of 200, and then a lot of 100, you'll pay for those lots of shares, you know, like 50 cents or $1.50. So it basically works out exactly the same. With DeGiro though, you can actually choose whether to have a CFD account. You can choose whether to have a CFD account with DeGiro or to buy the underlying assets, to have a real account. So it's very cool, you know. The world of brokers is not as scammy as you would think. So please just understand that from this video, because that's what I've grappled with for a long time, is that I don't believe that they're going to give me my money if I start making money with them. But obviously I haven't even started making money with them, but I will be soon, you know. Then I can make a... But I don't consider that as an issue anymore. What is it? I mean, what's the end of the... What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that I have an amazing time trading over 3 months. I have a few thousand. I try to take it out. I don't get it. I mean, at least I've shown that I can trade. All I've got to do then is get the money up again and put it on a broker that's going to give me my money. But like I say, that's the main issue, isn't it? Worrying about how safe they are. And for all the reasons that I've given, you know, I think they should go with it. So I'm going to do the bit about the iDAS trader now. So I hope you've got something out of this video. I know it's been a bit convoluted and crazy, but yeah, stay tuned. Yo yo yo. So that was actually a 5-minute interlude for me, but obviously it was seamless for you there, and I was getting a bit hoarse. But there we go. Look, this is iDAS Trader. So obviously I'm not going to show you my account details and stuff, but you log in, you know, to set it up, they'll give you get a bit of information. So you have to type in phone and, you know, a couple of things into this thing to lock you into the broker, you know, to connect you to F1Trade and to allow you to use this account to trade with them. So portfolio there, obviously there's going to be nothing in there. I just day trade, you know. Chart there. You know, that it's better than it was before because they've just updated this app. So they updated this app about a month ago, and you know, it's very simple, but they've made it a lot better here. So they've actually, the chart, you can actually look at it. Before, the chart just didn't do anything. You couldn't even look. It was so small, it was rubbish. So they've changed that a bit. You've got the order screen here. There's actually added some extra bits here. You see that up and down bit there? Oh, I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's top list. So they've made it a bit more snazzy. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's trades. So that's the trades that I've got, that I've taken today. So they'll come up in there. But what I can show you really here, look, news here. You got messages. So if I get a message from my broker, they can message you through this now, which I didn't used to be able to do. Short lookout, I don't know, you know, I don't even bother using that. Settings there, we've got settings. Let's have a look at settings. There we go. Send order confirmation. That's when you buy and sell an order. That's good to have on because you don't want to accidentally buy and sell shares. It can be very dangerous. So I'll definitely keep that on. Anyway, look, not many options there. Nice and simple. You know, news. You can put a stock in there. I think it just gives you Yahoo though. I think it just gives you Yahoo Finance. Look, it's just Yahoo basically. So I use FinViz and I get all different news things, but when you use this, it just gives you Yahoo, so it doesn't really, you know, I mean, it's good though, it's there if you need it, if it's more convenient for you. Markets here, look, that's going to give us, wow, that's pretty cool, you know, I haven't really looked at that before, but that looks nice, you know, why not? You know, there's a line chart there, that's showing us our coronavirus situation we're in there. Oh, it's cool though, I like the way it's, I mean, it's pretty unnecessary for me, to be fair, never use it, but here we go. Let's get into the main BLEP. BLEP is not a stock, BLDP is a stock. Okay, see that thing where you put the I there, if I turn my tablet around there, you know, I'll actually be able to see the figures above it, so it didn't used to have that, but there we go, we've got bid and ask there, so obviously the market's not open now, so the bid and the ask is, the spread is massive. You can see that it's 963, 1004, 1040. But with this particular stock, I know that the spread is 1 cent basically. And what I wanna show to you is the difference between trading with like plus 500 or trading 212. You know, the big ones that seem more trustworthy. So see here. This spread is 75, 78, 75, 80. The spread is tight, okay? It's 2 cents. Now it's 2 cents. Look, this is out of hours, but obviously this SPY is still trading out of hours, you know? But I'm telling you right now, you want to look at this spread. So if you go onto trading 212 or plus 500, you might find that this spread is 10 cents now, not 2 cents. Yeah, that's gone up to 6 cents there. Look. It says no fees. When those brokers that say no fees, that's absolute. They're charging you 3 times more per share. You know, not even per share, but per trade. So when you get in and out, so if you're paying, so BLDP for example, yeah. Let me show you. So BLDP, say the bid's at 963. If the market was open, the ask would be at 964. Okay, so the ask would be at 964 and the bid would be at 963. I mean. I know that. I know it would be the case with this stock because the spread is nearly always a cent, basically. But it fluctuates a lot. But sometimes it goes down to there's no spread, so there'll be no spread. But if this was trading 212 or plus 500, don't quote me on this, but check it yourself, and do check it because the stocks that you're going to buy and sell, you don't want to be paying 3 cents more per share to get in, 3 cents more per share to get out, 6 cents. If you're only going for a 10-cent gain, and a 10-cent gain is quite juicy, you know, especially if you're using buying power. If you're going for a 10-cent gain, you've lost 6 cents. I think you've only made 4 cents per share, you know, instead of making 10 cents per share. And then what if you lose? Oh, I've lost. It's hit my stop loss. No, I haven't lost 6 cents per share. I've lost, or 8 cents per share. I've lost like 15 cents per share. I mean, you're never going to do it. You're never going to, I mean... especially day trading, the only way it would be okay on plus 500 or trading 212 is you trade over the long term and you're expecting big moves. You're expecting moves that, even if you've got a 6 cent spread, it doesn't matter because you're going to hold it for a year and then a year later you're going to take it out. But with day trading, there's no way you're going to do it. So I needed to make that point. So anyway, look, we've got level 2 here, and this is time and sales nice. So this is what I was talking about this, and if you look at my trading course, I mentioned this a little bit, but this is showing you the orders. Look at that, 16,000 shares there. Look at that. This is the SPY. No, this is not the SPY, it's BLDP. But if you look at the SPY, you've got time to sell, and this just, you know, you're gonna have to. This is just a feature, okay, and you can make of that what you will. That's basically the order book, you know, showing you the orders coming in. Look, you can see they're coming in with the SPY now. You know, red means, you know, red is bad, green is good. Red are buy orders. No, red are sell orders, green are buy orders, you know. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But that's a feature there. But if you want to buy and sell a share, so look, let's go to Ford. So Ford's at, you know, say I want to buy this 487. I want to buy 100 shares. I can either press that, I can buy it, you know, or I can go like that. You know, say I want to buy 2,520 shares. I put the price there, and I can put ask, bid, ask, bid, ask, bid, ask, or I can put for, you know, whatever. Limit, and then you got the limit, you got the types of orders there, you've got limit, market, stop. Obviously if I'm buying I want to use a limit, if I'm selling I want to use a market. Then if I want to put a stop loss there, I'll put a stop, and then see that short there, that'll say sell. So if I own the stock, it'll say sell, but it says short at the moment, so it should be buy and sell. But because I don't own any of this position, you know, I can't sell it if I don't own it, obviously. But selling is effectively shorting as well. So that's why the short is on the sell button, because shorting is you're selling it without owning it, basically, and then you're buying it back. So, you know, that's another video. But I just wanted to go through this DAS trader here, and those prices, bang, and this works in a second. As soon as you press that buy, remember I put the order confirmation. It'll give me an order confirmation when I press it, and then it'll go into my orders there, you know, and then it'll come out, and then when it fills, it'll disappear from there, and it'll go in my portfolio. And this is all split second stuff. You know, so this is so cool. I mean, this is just amazing. This software, you know, it's everything that you want. Okay, so I'm going to finish this review now, and you know, I've given you my 10 cents, and do what you will. This is an impartial, you know, review. I don't have any affiliation. I just wanted to get some views on my YouTube channel, and hopefully some people to watch my trading course. Okay, so you know, get on F1Trade. Become a superstar trader, start making F1Trade money, you know, start making yourself money through the financial markets, through trading on the, you know, US stock markets from anywhere in the world. You know, this is just incredible time. You know, any Tom, Dick or Harry can just make, you know, have access to the financial markets. And with these brokers, these discount brokers that have only been around for about 10 years, this is the time for the little guy to get however far he wants, you know, if he uses his talent and his skill and his determination and his willpower. He or she, you know, wants to get there. You can get there. So on that note, I'll see you later.